It is time for another If You Know, You Know. Join me now is Attorney Morris. Bart, you're looking very casual. I like it.
Well, thank you, Malik. It's actually my summer look.
Come on, summer look.
In the summertime, it's hot in New Orleans. You
Yes.
know that. And what do we think of in New Orleans in the summertime?
A snowball, of course.
Yeah, and here we are at a great name, Chance in Hell Snowball. But there is a chance in hell because we're going to go inside and get a snowball.
Absolutely. Now, look, the menu is right behind us, beautiful people. What are you feeling today?
Well, normally I'm traditional. I like a coffee snowball. I don't see it on the menu. So what looks special to me, which I never even thought of, was a dill pickle snowball.
Come on. I like that. I got to try that, and I'm going to try the Arnold Palmer snowball.
Oh, I like Arnold Palmer.
You ready to go see what they got?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Hi, we are Kitten.
And I'm Lou.
And we are the creators, owners, proprietresses of Chance and Hell Snowballs. It's not something we ever really planned on exactly. When we're not doing this, we're full-time touring performers, and we had been on tour all the time, and then COVID arrived and all of our work got canceled overnight. And before that, we had always kind of joked like, oh, we're tired of this jet-setting showbiz life. Let's just open a little snowball stand. And I had already had the name in my mind and everything. Like, oh, wouldn't this be a great name for a snowball stand? And then during the pandemic, we came across this very beautiful, very old snow wizard and thought it was a sign from the universe. And so originally we just started making snowballs on our front porch for our neighbors. We all know in New Orleans, you gotta have that good ice or nobody's gonna come. And we are obsessive about our ice.
Yeah.
Lou is especially our ice magician.
Our ice shaver is actually, it's a snow wizard from, we think, the 50s. It has, the door says patent pending on it still, so it's from before snow wizards were patented. And
its name is George.
His name is George. And he and I have had a long road together of learning how to do this because, you know, we of course love super soft, fluffy ice, and learning how to do that was way more complicated than we thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
So temperature has to be really right, the blades have to be really sharp, and you just have to really take your time and just want to make a perfect snowball.
We make all of our flavors from scratch with mostly local seasonal ingredients. Everything is all natural. There's no artificial colors or flavors or high fructose corn syrup.
And it's all small batches, so when it's gone, it's gone. So maybe it's your chance in hell to get the flavor that you saw on the board.
Or maybe you are gonna try something new because we sold out of it. We use all kinds of local ingredients. Like for example, when it's strawberry season here in Louisiana, we have our strawberry cream, which is vegan. It's made with coconut cream, real Ponchatoula strawberries, real vanilla. You know, that's kind of like our take on a classic flavor that's fresh and delicious and natural. But we also like to play with unusual flavors as well. Like we'll do a ginger basil plum, you know, and people bring us herbs from their gardens. When we started doing this, I said, I want to make the kind of snowballs I want to eat, that I'm interested in eating. And we love to have the classic flavors, like nectar is our house flavor, and we make our nectar from scratch with real vanilla, real almond. And we have our classic flavors like strawberry, but we also like to keep ourselves entertained in the kitchen and play with new combinations and new flavors and fresh herbs and spices and fruit. We make our root beer with real sarsaparilla root, and it's out of control.
Yeah, and you can add ice cream. I mean, you can add ice cream to all of them, but specifically the root beer with ice cream, so good.
You can spike any of our flavors with the booze of your choice, but I also really love to experiment and make a custom cocktail snowball as well. Like this week, it's a fresh watermelon basil margarita, which is so delicious. We've done a Sazerac snowball. It is an honor and a privilege, honestly, to be part of the culture in this way. I grew up eating snowballs as a child of Louisiana, and the greatest compliment to me is when an old-timer New Orleans person comes in here. So usually they get nectar, because it's the classic flavor, and they taste it and their eyes just light up and they say, this reminds me of the nectar of my childhood, or if they say this is the best ice they've ever had, it's just the biggest compliment. And it's such an incredible thing to be part of.
And one of the great pleasures of this has been getting to have families come back every week and seeing their kids grow up and just knowing that we're going to be part of those kids' memories of their childhood.
This If You Know, You Know segment is sponsored by Morris Bart Law Firm, a name deeply rooted in New Orleans as the culture itself. Thanks, Morris Bart. We'll be right back.